What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Shout out to the Kofi gang for being here, being involved, and being active. Oliver Anthony is back again. He is the latest phenomenon, going up singing songs about topics that hits home with a lot of people like yourself, like me. This song is I Want to Go Home. I haven't actually listened to it, so I don't know what it's particularly about, but listening to his Richmond, north of Richmond, I know is going to be something that is going to ruffle some feathers and also hit home to normal people. So let's check this out, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's go.
Well, if it weren't for my old dogs and the good Lord, they'd have me strung up in the psych ward. 'Cause every day living in this new world is one too many days to me. Son, we're on the brink of the next world war, and I don't think nobody's praying no more. And I ain't saying I know it for sure. I'm just down on my knees begging the Lord, take me home. I wanna go home. I don't know which road to go. It's been so long. I just know I didn't used to wake up feeling this way, cussing myself every damn day. There's always some kind of bill to pay. People just doing what the rich man say. I wanna go home.
Sheesh. Wow. Days, man. You know, sometimes, every now and then I wake up and I always, sometimes ask myself, what's the point in all of this? Sometimes I feel, and I think it's a lot of things that a lot of people can relate to is, what is the point in all of this? Because at the end of the day, the game feels rigged, especially in this new world, which is, a throwback from his previous song. He referenced the new world in the previous song as well. And the thing is, every generation goes through, an integration into a new world where there is a little bit of a change, and some people can adapt and some people fall off the wayside. But this type of change is absolutely crazy because it's unprecedented, unseen, unheard of. This type of change is something that no normal human being can really adapt to in all forms. If you really think about it, because it's like, back in the day, there were changes that generations had to integrate into, but then there were still mechanisms that people used to live life, like social media. Back then, social media was still the media and the press and the news and graphics, news graphics and magazines, right, and articles. Now it's on a totally different spectrum where the news media and everything changes so much that you don't even know who to trust anymore. And then now, as the cherry on top, you have AI, where you no longer even can believe that what you're seeing is either real, what you're hearing is real or fake. Like, you can't even, the change is so dramatic that, and then that is just the mechanisms that we use to navigate the current world, right? And then you insert in the financial drama, right, which is like, what? And then you bring in the political drama, and it's like you don't even know what to think. Sometimes I'm just tired, man. Like, like sometimes I wake up and I'm just tired. Like, I'm like, what now? I open my Instagram and it's like 20 things that I should have known before I was 25. I was like, well, I'm not 25 anymore, so I guess I'm too late, 10 things to do to be a millionaire. It's like, really, I have to do all that to become a millionaire? Why can't I just work and just be able to own a house? No, you can't. No, you have to create this own incredible puzzle to own a normal studio flat. What's the point? Anyway, whoa. Got existential real quick. Yeah? What is this song doing to me? Nice melody.
Now 4 generations farming the ground. Grandson sells it to a man out of town. And 2 weeks later, trees go down. Only got concrete growing around. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. I don't know which road to go. It's been so long. I just know I didn't used to wake up feeling this way, cussing myself every damn day. People have really gone and lost their way. They all just do what the TV say. I wanna go home.
Ooh, I love that contrast with the first verse doing what the rich man say, and then the second verse is people doing whatever the TV says, right? Which is pretty much what the rich man says, because the rich man controls the TV now, right? And man, it really hits hard when he says, I didn't, I never used to wake up feeling this way, cussing my damn selves, every damn day. And it's something that I can relate to, because as I mentioned before, every time I wake up, there's like, oh man, there's always, it's like the never ending carrot that you need to chase, so it takes away the real feeling of, let's say, accomplishment in the things that you have achieved in the day before, or the things that you've achieved in the present, right? So because there's always that unachievable goal that you need to chase, keeping up with the Joneses, right? Which is always a bad idea if you want to chase, if you want to chase that, because you would never be fulfilled. But then at the same time, it's almost as though the game is rigged for you to never feel fulfilled unless you give up. And it's almost as though that's what they want us to do, is to give up and to break. And then once you break and you're totally dependent on the rich man, then there is not much to think, because they think for you, they tell you what to do, and then you watch the TV, you listen to what the rich men say. I like the melody.
If it weren't for my old dogs and the good Lord, they'd have me strung up in the psych ward.
Wow. I mean, he's got 3, is it 3 German shepherds he's got? For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? That is a verse from the Bible. I used to be a Christian, and I know this is going to flag a lot of alarms, yet relax. I know. And yes, please, respectfully, spare me the preaching. I have read the Bible twice. I know it to and from. I used to be a very devout Christian. It is not a tragedy. Nobody stood on my foot for me to cry. There is no reason why. There is no emotional reason why I left the church or left God or someone did something. No. It was a very normal transition from me being religious and then being non-religious, and it's not any spite from anything or any god or anything. No. So please put all your assumptions in the bin. All right, cool. Put your assumptions in the bin. If you want to understand why I'm no longer a Christian, the normal thing to do is to ask why. Don't go on preaching and quoting the Bible to me. I know the book more than most, trust me. So this is actually a very wise quote, one of the wisest quotes from the Bible, and that is, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? And then there is also a parable that Jesus gave on, it's not the parable on the mountain, but it's one of the parables that he gave comparing rich men to poor men. One of the rich men making it into hell, and then the poor man that was eating the crumbs of the table of the rich man making it to heaven. And then there is another parable where the rich man goes into his barn and counts all his blessings and see all that he has, but then the poor man doesn't even have just just a smack of a speck of anything that he has in the barn. And then the rich man dies, and then the thing is just left in the barn and then rots and destroys. It's like, what was the point of it all? So there are a lot of rich man poor man parables which are very, very, very wise, and the book of Proverbs in the Bible is actually one of the wisest, most insightful books actually ever written by anybody. So it's very interesting how it actually relates to the song, and I'm going to speak in that context, right? Because that's how the song was written around the Bible. So I respect that so much. And my whole idea about all of this, though, is like the world is so difficult and the world is so tough that I am happy that people find, you know, something worthy of belonging to. Like, for example, religion. If you're not going to call it religion, you're going to call it relationship with Jesus Christ. Fair enough. If you're going to call it a lifestyle, whatever makes you wake up, go to work, and, you know, so to speak, not unalive yourself and keep going day by day struggling in this world. I am happy that you have that, because oh my god, we are tired, man. Life is tough, and I am tired of fighting and arguing and debating. And I'm always very grateful for the life that I have. I'm always very appreciative for the little bit that I can contribute to society in my professional life and in my social media life. I don't consider myself as an influencer. I am just a random guy with a camera and a light. Okay, cool. It's nothing special over here. I just enjoy music a little bit more than you. So I think that's the only thing. But, you know, these things that Oliver talks about, and shout out to him, man. He's such a positive influence. I need to finish this video fast so I can post it to you guys. Anyway, but all I'm going to say is life is tough. We can only do so much, and the main goal for the powers that be is almost as though they want to make us feel as though something seems impossible. And it's funny because a lot of religions actually speak to, I mentioned that in my previous video, a lot of religions speak to a massive change that always happens, that make it seem as though it's the, you know, end of the world or the new world order or something like that. And the Bible speaks about it in Revelations and in Daniel 7 and all of that. So it's very shocking. It always shocks the system, you know, when it happens. But one thing that I can say though is, as long as you have these things that helps you keep on going, that, you know, as long as you're fighting a good fight in terms of you're being honest, you're being you have integrity, you have, you know, discipline. And that is one of the biggest thing that a lot of people lack, discipline, which I understand, because when you look at the game and you think the game is rigged, having discipline to achieve certain goals become very difficult to hold on to, because you already think the game is rigged. And I think that's what they want you to feel. It's like, well, the game is rigged, and people are like, well, what's the point? I give up, you know. And is that kind of thing where it's like you wake up, you're tired, but then you have to keep going because you have hope. And that is what the Christians have, you know. I find that very interesting, and the way every type of belief tackles struggles in the world, you know. And I appreciate all of that, and I respect all of that. I would love some German Shepherds though, or a Husky. Nah, Huskies look too scary. They look like I'm gonna end your life. But my dollar ain't shit, so I can't afford any of them. Anyway, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And man, I hope you guys love this song. Because I love this. Go support my boy, Oliver Anthony, man. And he is the voice for the normal people like us, man. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned and we're out. Peace.